let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you.
He's got the ret bots.
Get out.
He's
You might
with rapid defeat. Didn't have to take but amazing. Eric's still holding up though. He's got the ret bots. But amazing. Eric's
Yeah, they're brawling. They're brawling.
But I don't know if they're going to be stupid enough to go straight to Paladin.
Good evening and welcome to the stream. My name is Geronix and this evening you are stuck with myself and Wingnut Crossed for commentary, analysis, hosting, all that jazz. So I'll hop on it straight away. The question in chat, is it just scrims tonight? No it is not. Tonight we have our second match of the league for week 2, which is Zero Talent versus Scared Wormhole people. We do not do replays. Everything we broadcast is live. We don't do none of that nonsense. If you want to go watch replays, they're on YouTube. So, and the draft is underway. I'm so excited. Let me get that vote reset for you. Let me introduce Wingnut Cross. How are we doing?
I'm doing bloody good, mate. Pretty cold here, but that's what heaters are for.
Cold in Australia?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, it's winter, brother. It's like 6 degrees outside.
Casper24 will be here, folks. He's currently stuck in traffic. Let me get the caster's overview sorted for you so you can see us. Oh, there you go. There's the entirety of TeamSpeak. Hey, how you doing? Let's just get that sorted out. Absolutely.
I'm liking these bands. Look at this. Windy. Oof.
I ain't looking at no bands. I'm getting the stream sorted.
Well, while you do that, they've banned Scorp, Navy, Rattlesnake, Vindy for Zero Talent, and Scared Wormhole people have banned Balgorn, Gila, Pontifex. A lot of big battleship bans, that's for sure. And a Gila ban, it makes sense for Blue Team. Of course, Zero Talent goes straight for the Magus.
Indeed, straight for the Magus. Yeah, it's a flex pickup. I think you're going to see probably one of the snappiest drafts you've ever seen here.
Stalk, Golem, yeah, you're not kidding. People have plans.
They're not messing around. People know what they want and they're going to get it. I've just seen somebody lurking in chat. Pro wife, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've had a good stream today. Yeah, but the bands that from Scare Wormhole people going with the flex pick, then the big boy. Yeah, we're picking a golem. Come at me. That's huge. That's massive to pick that up so early.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much telling Zero Talent exactly what they're going to be doing, because there's very few things you can really do with a golem in this setup. So it's kind of exactly obvious what you're doing, so Zero can kind of counter that.
Yeah. Well.
I just want to see, just Hyperion Megathorns the next 2 picks. It's probably terrible, but I love the idea.
But that's it. That's what they'll probably do. If not in these 2 picks, Vargas. Ooh.
I don't know about that one.
What?
What
Hello?
the hell?
Hello?
What world are we on?
Nightmare. What?
No, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. Like, oh, no. That's so expensive, dude. Like, that's 80 points in 2 battleships, and not even the best battleship for the situation, I think. That golem will be probably cruise fit, hit you across the map. What in the world?
That is literally... We're going to sit at range. But then again, right, so let's think about the Nightmare, right? Give me how many high slots has Nightmare got?
Should have 8, I believe, with 2 utility highs. If I remember correctly, it might be 1.
It's 2 utility highs. It's 6 highs, 2 utility highs. Oh no, don't know. I sat in one earlier. I've forgotten. Either way, right? Nightmare in this format could be armor, could be shield, right? Armor Nightmare, not a huge fan, but we'll see.
I like the idea of that whole Bard Nightmare thing. That could be a good idea, but against the Golem Raven, that Raven's obviously going to come next, and leave yourself with 8 points left. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's got to be a Logi Nightmare. Hey,
it has to be,
no, I tell you what this is going to be. I wonder if that's a Taunt Bargus with an RR Nightmare.
Oh, I do like a Taunt Bargus. I've actually flown one in TQ.
The thing is, the Taunt Bargus, like, once you fit the Rattlesnake out with RR, is your sister playing? No, she's not. But let me see if I can get her to come on stream. Hang on. Give me 1 sec, Wingnut, because I need to type and enable voice activation on TS so you can
That's
hear
no
me.
worries.
There we go. Let's see.
I like the idea of like a talk bug, but I don't think it's going to work, honestly. I don't think it's going to break them. Like, they're going to have no backup DPS. They're going to have 2 battleships, a link boat, and then 2 shitty little frigates that are going to run around screaming the entire fight. It's not going to work.
All right, Wingnut. So I got you a challenge, right? So there's somebody in chat, right? Pro wife, never played Eve, probably has a very, very, very basic understanding of how the game works in terms of spaceships and lasers. Explain it to somebody who hasn't got a Scooby-Doo.
Oh, God. There's so many ways to approach that question. Oof. Okay,
I mean,
let's start with let's start the most basic. The comp on the right we've seen. I'm not going to try and explain it just yet, but that is a comp that makes sense and is perfectly normal. Essentially, bringing 2 very heavy battleships that sort of just sit there and be a brick in space that can hit anybody at any range, while also repairing each other. The comp on the left is something out of a drug-fueled nightmare. And I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah, that's a massive question mark. All right, so to explain this, the way the EVE Online universe works, you've got a massive plethora of ships, close to 500 ships that you can train into and fly and whatnot. We're doing this in a competitive format, so we have a list of, I think it's around 240 ships they can choose from. They ban out certain selections for both teams, and they pick a ship. So the green ones are picks, white ones are bans. They pick their ships, and then they fly them, and they fly them in a structured environment. In a competitive way, similar to League of Legends or Dota. That's probably the simplest I can make it. It's far more complex than that.
Absolutely.
But,
There's obviously like a lot of little rules we have here that are a pain in the ass to explain, but if you've seen Dota tournaments, it kind of merges with those a little bit. You can kind of understand what's going on, but obviously it's kind of one of those things that it takes a little bit of knowledge to really understand, but it doesn't make it any less entertaining.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I think we've only had 1 match that wasn't entertaining where we saw double tinker.
Oh, God.
And that was... I remember the analyst just talking in the chat going, I can't remember what was worse, trying to analyse the double tinker match or when we saw that exec pick come out with the Cerberus. That was a huge question mark. Absolutely monumental, that was.
Interesting. Scare Woman people have saved 12 points. That can get him a cruiser, an EAF, like another command destroyer for some reason.
Blue team are probably going to go with a
Are they going to go Logimower again? We're going to see Logimower?
I don't know why you go Logimower against a Golem, but the Golem might be feeding it cap.
Exactly, yeah. Like twin cap transfer Golem, sending it all into a mower. Because then that mower could super tank himself as well without worrying about capacitor.
Helios? What is that? Zero talent, what are you doing to me today? What are these what the fuck is it? Jose, are you drunk? Hello? Is he in chat? Oh dear.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
What is happening?
Like he just wanted to fly a fucking pancake and no one's gonna stop him. That is true magic.
It's something. I wouldn't label it as magic, but it's definitely something. Oh boy. Oh boy, what is happening? So this has got to be a cruiser. The thing is, right now, this should be a
people
shoo-in
voting
for a mower.
red? What's wrong with you?
Because it's zero talent, because we all know there's some tactical genius in there that we're all blind to. So, yeah. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. What is...
Yeah. And this thing, I think it's the first Nightmare we've seen so far. At least in
a proper league play-ins, King of the Hill or Chaos. Apart from opens, we've seen it once or twice in the opens, but never really in I don't know what this red team is. Okay, I don't know what's happening.
Exactly. So let's try and look at it a little like a not totally off their rocker. Let's see if there's some logic behind it. Obviously, Nightmare's lasers. That's great against shield ships. So they're going to be pounding down on this Golem Raven or whatever the hell they decide to shoot. Arbagas can control at range, but does have pretty good DPS. The rest of it is just throwaway ships, I guess. Maybe max mids for ECM, try and break the RR chain.
Do you know, I think this is going to be max mids for ECM with an armor tinker, with an info link from the Magus.
That could be, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. This is
I feel
a
like
solid
going an armor Nightmare and armor Barg isn't going to work though. You're going to lose so much DPS, and that's the only DPS they have. They have nothing else.
Even blue team.
They need to break them.
Even blue team are looking at that draft going, this is why the time's running out. Carl's fainted because he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But I hope our referee's on the ball here, because if they don't lock in that pick will be randomised for them, and it may not use all their points.
I don't believe they're gonna be able to kill all the small ships because like Red's small stuff is gonna get just deleted by missiles.
Well, that's what I was thinking myself. And
Man, I guess it is Golem Raven. Their application is dog crap, and if that is an RR nightmare, it will keep them alive like we saw yesterday. But I'm still sitting there going, why?
Huh?
Like I don't get it.
Huh? A Sentinel? I don't know why you go
what?
I don't know why you try and do disruption against a comp that's got split damage types. You've got a Barghest and a Nightmare. One's turrets,
Oh my
one's
God.
missiles. It's going to be wasted mids. I don't know.
I honestly think the Moa is going to be the right call there for an RR Moa. Like it would be sitting there so happy under this. I guess they got a plan in their head, but from my near zero experience in a proper setup, I feel like the Moa would have worked there better than anything else. Maybe Command Destroyer, trying to well, not Command Destroyer. Sorry, a disruption.
The thing is, right. Another way to look at this, right, is on paper, the Golem Raven tank any one of those battleships in isolation, because across that team, that's their only source of DPS. It's literally, we're looking at 2 battleship cores. That's where all the DPS is coming from. If that Sentinel goes something like full tracking disruptors on the Nightmare, and it's only the Barghest potentially doing damage if it gets if it gets ranged, if its range gets screwed enough.
Yeah, you're versing one battleship, not 2, for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that being a possibility for sure, like just turning off one battleship. I can kind of see that.
I'm just gonna message I'll message them afterwards. But Lucas, if you're listening, let Jose and Hoodie know I want them in for an interview after the 2 matches today to ask Whiskey Tango Foxtrot about this draft. Yeah, he's in chat. Look, even Lucas is like, what? So we're gonna try and do this a bit different today, guys. So today our referee is Lucas Kwan. He is basically my head referee. There's Rain Chocolate checking in. Good evening, Rain. How are we? Having a good time? Yeah, she didn't. Basically, I asked Rain to come and cast today, Wing, but she heard you were casting, and she was like,
F that shit out, man.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She's having some issues, render.
It's so good.
We need to throw shade at Rain.
I'm still like just so confused what's going on here. Like everything about this match has got me confused.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to divert things away from the draft because I haven't got a fucking clue, mate. So, apparently you're going to carry this stream. Rain, if you want to hop on and cast, you can cast, or you can host, or you can give me abuse and then leave. I don't mind. I don't ask anybody to come and help with the weekday things. It's all good. We like it nice and relaxed during the weekday. There's still a serious match to be played, but we like to keep it light. Like to keep it, chilled out.
Oh God, she probably should have told me that. I'm all excited still.
I'm still excited. I'm still hyped for this. It's just, I was hyped and I was ready to see some next level. Maybe I'm seeing some next level drafting. I'm just not actually seeing it, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. I mean, there are a bunch of guys in chat who definitely know what the hell we're talking about. Do any of you guys see something in here that we haven't talked about? We're thinking RR Nightmare, perhaps. Has anyone got any other ideas what they're going for? Because they picked both of those in quick succession. They knew what they were doing. Why?
So Cal, and I think that is Adapt's captain, more power / Cal. And yeah, I think he's right. I think you're just looking at I think you just look at an absolute spam. I mean, how many mids have we got there? What?
I mean, Nightmare's generally a shield chip, so if they just turn it all over to mids.
It's not shield
exactly,
bonus.
If they turn that all over, that's like six mids you can mess around with, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, Redline's in chat. What's going on, Redline? How are we doing? So shout out to Redline, everybody. Redline runs Redline. If you've got the link, feel free to spam it. If it blocks you, I'll spam it. Redline runs Trash Talk Tuesday, which is funnily enough a chat along with Rain. A chat show that takes place every Tuesday night. I can't remember for the life of me what time, but it's really good. You just go on there. You get all the big nullsec blob FCs just talking shit about the fights that have happened. You get some other, it blocked you. Some other small gang. Well, some other people that represent the small gang community. I won't name names, but the quality of spy in that group is amazing from what I've heard. They go on there, they all talk shit, and it's really good. And they're also hosting a CSM debate a week yesterday and today. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, on the Saturday they're doing a debate with the non-block votes, and the Sunday they're doing a debate with all the block votes. So Sunday's like, I think your Brisk Rubles and Villy and anyone else like that who's running for it. I'm sure Redline will put something on chat. Go check it out. It could be hilarious. So it's going to be everyone all together on Saturday. Big to do. Okay, all right, check it out. I won't be able to check it out because we'll be streaming potentially our league broadcast unless we get them all done in the week. So who knows? Anyway, we've got 9 minutes to kill. Let's try and figure out this fucking draft. No, I can't figure it out.
I'm still sitting there looking at it.
What's going on in chat?
I think the best guess is what someone said, the utility mids. But I feel like in doing that, you will just give up any chance of DPS. Because I mean, you've only got 2 battleships for DPS. If you give up all of those usable mids over to to ECM or whatever, and use your lows for tank, you're gonna have no DPS left.
Well, this is it. You see, you've got 10 minutes, and it's not like looking at like a normal gank on TQ. I think something to pay attention. But what I don't understand, right, is this: you take ECM cheese against Logi and stuff to stop DPS. So like what we saw yesterday or the other day was, for example, Zero Talent had a stalk and they had jams spread out across everybody. In this situation, your Golem and Raven are going to be able to potentially project out to those frigates. So if the Hook Bill's there with a load of Caldari jams, jamming those battleships is going to be no bueno. Not really. Because, you know, the Stork can probably go kill them, the Merlin can still go kill them, the Raven and Golem can definitely still kill them. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
I mean, that Helios is going to die.
But I think
it's not going to live long.
I think we're going to see 4 battleships at 0, and one of them's going to explode very, 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 very quickly.
I will admit, I would love to see a Taunt Barg here. I've flown one before in TQ, and it is hilarious seeing those volleys coming.
Indeed. Battleships could have ECM too. I mean, Bay Archay's in the chat. What's going on, Bay? How are we doing? Cyclohexanol, shout out to you, dude. Radicos checking in. Who else we got that I recognise? I don't know who Raheen is. Raheen? Anyone know who that is? Raheen Chocolate. No idea who that is.
Actually, hold on. Like, we had the same sort of thing yesterday where we had a bunch of ships with ECM, and then the battleship had ECM too. And it turned out that's not what they wanted them to do.
Well,
if they use those mids for ECM here, they're going to start shooting the one thing they can actually hit, because the Golem and the Raven can't apply to those frigates.
Well, can they? Can they not? It depends how they fit their mids. If they go like full application or something, but the thing is, I don't know, Zero Talent, if they just go at 0 with these battleships, a Taunt Bargist and a Pulse Nightmare will decimate
absolutely, yeah,
either of those battleships in very quick order.
Definitely pick on the Raven, I'd say, and the ECM, the Golem with the Hook Bill and the Helios.
Yeah.
That could be possible. I would love to see an all-in like that in ships that pretty much aren't really designed for that role.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't all in a Bargus. You all in like, you know, a freaking Typhoon or something.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, what we saw yesterday on the subject of the battleships is that we saw, you know, this is a classic one. You have to be very selective with your jams, and the jam priority needs to be set up prior to a match. So we saw, I think it was like a Dommy or something, but same situation this. You had 4 battleships at 0. Say, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but say that Golem's got a couple of Amar cheese jams, right? It's not beneficial for him to try and jam the Nightmare, you know.
Because you just shoot him.
It's just going to shoot you, yeah. You know, ECM changes have made, although Cheese Jam's good against some comps, I think Cheese Jam's again in a double battleship core. I don't see how it's going to work out. The only time I see it working out is if the Hook Bill has got a full rack of the Hook Bill or the Helios has got a full rack of Amar jams or Caldari jams and keeps. I mean, they probably are going to be Caldari because it's 4-to-1 ratio on the scale Wormhole people team. But keeping that Sentinel jammed potentially. We haven't really touched on that Sentinel pick. I'm wondering if that's going to be more of a. I'm going to throw some.
I can see it doing like 5 different things, and trying to figure out which one they're going for is kind of the problem. It can obviously be like a nuke boat to just turn off the small things and just delete them. It could try and just turn off one of these battleships They could just run around the field being an absolute arsehole. I don't really
thing
know
is,
what it's
how
going
does
to be
it-
doing here.
How does it survive? Like, what keeps it alive? It's going to have what? It's going to have what? 10 light bots from the Golem and Raven. It's going to get hit with 5, 10, 15 light drones. I think the Helios can field 2. You
Mhm.
know, that Sentinel's going to eat shit.
I'm just wondering, like, the main thing he's worried about is, of course, all these drones coming after him. Maybe the golem has a smart bomb, goes over
Yeah.
towards the golem, smart bombs off the light drones, and burns off again.
Yeah. Another thing, Cyclo just touched on it in chat. Big thing. Golem, it's it's harder to jam a fucking Caracal than it is a Golem. Yeah, that might not be true, but you get the idea.
Yeah. I mean, in my case, doesn't matter what ship I'm in, I get jammed first cycle every cycle. Ooh. I mean, like, yeah, I think definitely you're seeing Hookbill Helios for the sole purpose of jams. That's definitely what it's there for. They're obviously going to go, like, I think they're going to go for the Raven. Maybe they're going to go all in with the Barg and the Nightmare, go for the Raven, and max jam the Golem with the Frigates.
Mhm. I think this is either going to be. I mean, it's either going to be an absolute slugfest that's going to be over in probably 2 minutes, or it's going to take fucking ages.
Yeah, or it's going to be like some kind of like weird tinker with the Barg and the Nightmare just sitting
Yeah.
there. And then the Golem and the Raven doing the exact same thing on the other side. I think it's kind of like this is going to be like a zero talents game to really win or lose. Because I mean, Scare when people have pretty much played their card, there's not much you can really do with that doctrine that will surprise them.
Yeah.
You know exactly what this can do, and what to do with it. Whereas zero talent have picked up something entirely off the wall that makes exactly 0 sense to everybody else.
Yeah.
They can either nail it at the park or just flop. It's really what's going to happen here, I think.
Yeah, I think like if you try and look at it a different way. Okay, so what if Blue Team tries to kite? It's not going to happen. Raven and Golem are slow AF compared to those two battleships. The Vargas is going to scram one of them. It's going to die. Okay, flip it round. So Blue Tinker, Red Team try and kite. Yeah, I can see that. Are they going to do enough damage to kill them? I doubt it. I think they're going to get GD'd, TD'd into the fucking ground. So it's going to have to be, Gleam and Rage Torps at 0. But I think,
exactly.
you know, I think zero talent go at 0 here, and then blue go at 50, and hope.
That's the thing
to
as well.
try
The
and
Barg
pick
can actually
something
warp
way
at
in.
20 and still be perfectly in range for the scram.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So they could have the Barg still at 20, even the Nightmare just still at 20. Just sit there because obviously the Nightmare will track at that distance as well.
Indeed. Oh, we've got Tin Baron in chat. Tin plays for Barnhouse. Their next match is against Spooky Action. Thank you, Cyclone. That should be a good game. Haven't heard much from Barnhouse recently. Hope they're still interested. I hope they're still keen. So yeah, Spooky Action team is basically the thermodynamics team. So Wild Things, Vordak, Caliga, God's Apples, Tao's on that team. I don't know. I can't remember who else is on that team. But yeah, not a slouch of a team.
Hey, if I recognize the names, they're definitely not slashes, and I recognize pretty much all of them.
Yeah. There are a lot of big names playing in this. Like
I love it, man.
we saw
I love it.
Suetonia on grid the other day. Basically spent 10 minutes in both matches running from fucking drones and a bomber, poor guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely love it. Like this is kind of like what I always wanted from the AT back when I tried to join, was because you get to go against the absolute best when it comes to piloting and also theory crafting. You know, like how high do you really stack?
Indeed. Sorry, I'm being sent fleet invites by casting team on the server, and I keep missing it. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be really, really good. Yeah, I can see red going at 0.
Yeah, or at least somewhere close to 0 for sure. Just going all in on it.
Indeed.
I feel like if they try and kite, they will just lose because their small stuff might just die. They won't get anything themselves. They won't have the DPS to break what will be a tinker setup. They have to just go the all-in route.
Yeah. Yes, they
Of
do.
course, we know for a fact the Golem Raven will warp at 50. They have no reason to warp anywhere else.
It depends though. Well, let's flip a bit. Right.
Oof.
What if they go? What does more damage? A Torp Bargus and a Pulse Nightmare, or a Torp Raven and a Torp Golem?
I mean, I don't know about the actual raw damage numbers, but I know for a fact, of course, damage selection from the Torps.
True.
So I think in that situation they would probably do better, but we have kind of found that golems tend to be a bit squishy with those setups, especially with Torps fitted.
Yeah. Our Torp Golem, that's a lot of power grid. It doesn't leave much for its own tank.
Yeah, and of course, the moment that the Bargus Nightmare warp in at 50 and you've got your Torpedo Golem, you're done. You're not going to be shooting back.
And Leo makes a good observation. Like I said, it could take 10 minutes because I think, are the frigs just going to die? And then are we going to see four battleships in the middle of the arena just kind of looking at each other?
Once again, we have no idea because someone decided to pick 2 pirate faction battleships.
Indeed.
I didn't think I'd ever see that, I'm not going to lie. That was not something I'd ever see coming.
Well, the Rangers have been locked in and declared, and I can see them. I won't be sharing them just yet, but we'll be expecting teams to arrive on grid within the next minute or so, if not, hopefully, significantly less. As the
weird side thought here, actually. What if that Sentinel just keeps nuding the hook bill so the hook bill can't send ECM onto the battleships? I feel like that hook bill's going to spend its entire game just trying to jam down that golem. If that Sentinel just goes, you know what, we're done with you, and just nukes him out.
Yeah, you could. There's so many things, so many ways this could go. I'm still excited to see a Nightmare on grid. I won't lie. The Nightmare for me is a super, super, super exciting pick. Like, everyone likes to see a Nightmare, especially if it's on a lost mail. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful ship to fly, to fight, to see. It's just, and especially in these tournaments, because it's not exactly well suited for this. Its main benefits are for like getting away from things, but there's 5 guys holding you down. You're not getting away. So we will be going to grid in a sec. Teams have landed. I'm just getting them set up. So I tell you what, which way are you going, Wing? Which way? Oh god, I've got a back red. I mean, there's a Nightmare pick. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm going to hedge my bets on this one. I think Blue's got they've got the obviously well set up strat. This is obviously going to make perfect sense to them. But Red could really just pull a rabbit out of the hat, go full DPS, warp in at 0, and just dunk them. So it's Blue's to lose, I'd say. Let's get a couple of inspects off on those weapon systems on the blue team that we've just seen. Let's not call them out just yet, but interesting. We'll get onto that in just a minute. Not what I expected. Yeah, exactly the same for me. I was not ready for that. But thinking about it, it actually does make a bit of sense. Indeed. Yeah, that's true. It's very true. If all the support does die, red team does win because it's 2 faction battleships. That first, which is 80 points. That's a huge investment. Holy fuck! Like that's really money in the bank. You just make sure your battleship survive. You kill their support. It's like, aha! I win, more points. So I think there was some arena confusion. Have a quick inspect off on the Vargas. We will cut to the grid in a sec. I've already had a look at him, and yeah, similar, same. Here we are being all secretive about it. Oh no, we're on grid now. So we're going to cut to grid in just a moment, guys. But both battleships, so it is a Pulse Nightmare, and all the other relevant battleships on grid are rapid heavies. Yep, everyone's rapid heavy. I mean, I guess it gives you the best DPS, and also gives a reasonable range, unlike Torps, where you're kind of locked into brawl range. So I guess it's a good compromise. And wow, hello, I'm liking what I'm seeing now. Me too. Me as well. Oh, baby, yes! Oh my god, yes! Alright, calm down. You're going to make chat rage at me in a sec, because I've not cut to the grid yet. Oh, I know, I'm just teasing him. It's going to be a brawl. Is the greatest thing I've ever seen Radikos, trust me. It's going to be an absolute slugfest. That's what it's going to be. Oh, Radikos, you got to see this, man. It's so beautiful. I wish you were here to see it. We're not very nice, are we? Oh no, I'm an absolute arsehole. Who are we missing? We're missing 1 ship. We are missing 1 ship. Almost. No, wait, no, we're not. Bear with me. And just checking. Any day now, we will cut to the grid. I swear to you. The reason there's a delay is because for some reason the clock I use doesn't want to work. So bear with me whilst I hit it with a stick. Alright, chat. There we go. I apologise. And we are missing the banner at the bottom, but I'll get that fixed shortly.
Welcome to Zero with all of the battleships. All of them. And unfortunately, they are not torpedo fit. We were so hopeful for that, but they are all rapid heavies. But all these battleships are now at 0. And it looks like a few guys warped in at range.
Yeah,
Helios, Hookbill, and the Nagus warped at range. And I believe the Sentinel warped at range the other side, 50k away.
And here it goes. What is going to die first? Let's see here.
I think they're going to try maybe for the Raven. Meanwhile, I'm not quite sure what the other guys are going to pick.
Vargas is trying to pull away. They're going on the Golem.
Golem first. Okay.
And
it generally tends to be the RR boats, so it would make sense to pick on that one.
And this Vargas has just been given a free exit, or did he get scrammed last second? I think he got scrammed last second.
It won't matter. I think he's already out of range. He can just keep
He'll
away.
Keep coasting, yeah.
All right, look at the Sentinel. Sentinel's now into half armor. He's got some rep going.
Have a look. Yeah, Cole's interesting choice to nuke the Vargas though. Not sure about that.
The Vargas?
Yeah, the Sentinel's nuking the Vargas.
Why'd you nuke the Vargas? Nuke the Nightmare, man.
I mean, yeah, or something else. Like, yeah, nuke the Vargas later on, but I mean, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think Cole. Look
at Sentinel. Yeah, he's gone.
Exactly as I called it. Look at that swarm on him. Absolutely.
And look at the Hookbill though. Hookbill's getting low on in shield too. He's got a bunch of acolytes on him.
Yeah, it's interesting they've not been cleared.
I think he might be armor tank though, because he's using his mid slots.
And I think is he firing his missiles? He is not. What's happening in Blob HQ?
We have a Golem that's still alive, and a Vargas which is still alive, and a Hookbill which is now going through armor. That Golem is tanking pretty well, but he's either running. Doesn't he run like a Tech 2 plus an Ansel booster?
Yeah, potentially. I've been keeping an eye on his boosts, and it looks like it. Yeah.
Also, he's got a bunch of medium shield bots on him too, which is keeping him up. Oh, hold on. Is that? Wait a second. Is that Merlin transferring cap or something? He's got.
That's remote ECCM.
Aha! Cool. Sorry.
Oh, it's remote. It's remote something. It says ECCM or
exactly.
Remote.
Yeah, he's helping his friends with something. I have no idea what that is.
Because I think they expected cheese jams from all the mids. So.
I mean, yeah, we all did. That seemed like the right thing to do there, but I guess probably not.
Apparently so, and I do believe this Golem is out of ASB.
Yep. Once they kill this guy, the Raven will be a lot easier to kill.
Indeed. I mean, we don't even know if the Golem had RR. It's just a bold assumption, but you'd think so.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing you expect it's going to be RR fit. People can pull off some cheeky shit. Interestingly, I'm looking at the Vargas pretty much like slowly boating back in, and I'm not seeing any rep drones on him at all, so they haven't even bothered with rep drones from perhaps the Nightmare.
Wait a sec. Oh, never mind. I thought the Golem got his ASB reload off, but
oh, that would have been nice.
Rest in peace, comrade.
Well, I think he is going to see the snowball start now. The Hookbill may go down, but that Raven has nothing for these two battleships that are pretty much just sitting on him.
The drones that are on the Hookbill appear to have been from the Golem, as the drones that are following it are now dead in the water.
Oh yeah, and if stopped. So the Hookbill might actually get away with this too. Wow.
I'm not going to jinx it yet. Is it a jam fest? That's a good question from Bayard J. I'm curious myself, but looking at, I mean, yeah, look at that. Look at the Helios. Helios is throwing out mad jams. But really, if you look at the order in which they killed things, it doesn't matter, because the Sentinel pulled off. If you look where the Sentinel died, which is way over there, he's well out of rep range of the Golem.
Yeah, if he stayed too close, he would have died. So
jamming,
run away.
The jams, other than potentially reducing a touch of incoming DPS, I don't think that have had much effect on the outcome of this match for Zero Talent.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Cycler for sure. They definitely were jamming out the DPS, because that Vargas was tanking harder than a Golem was tanking. Like the entire fight, he was eating. He would have been eating 2 rapid heavy clips, and his shield barely even budged. But yeah, now down to a stalk. Unfortunately, it looks like this meme comp is really, really good or something.
But was it a meme comp though? Was it? I don't know. I have no idea if that was a meme comp.
I mean, I feel like they could have got better uses out of the points doing other ships, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
yeah.
it's it was definitely something.
It was something. All right, guys, we're going to chuck it to a quick ad break. This is the full ads. Stick around for the Tuskers advert and all the other ones you love / hate to see in these breaks. It's the only time we'll do them on this stream.